सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. So friends, as I told you, I will be covering one very important, rather one of the most important aspect of chess. Today, starting a series of lectures on converting advantage into win in endgame area. You know, I would not say that it is improving your endgame technique. That is a different subject because in Auerbach's books and Dorosky's books they give some small advantage and that is forcing a win, superior material or a superior position. But this is from middle game converting towards an end game and then demonstrating the advantage. So I have selected some games and this topic will continue because this is very important for your tournament success. And each and every player must be thorough with this theme, not only to get IM or GM or something, but to become a mastery over the game. Otherwise, one may be two pawn up, one may be exchange up, will not be able to win. So, this is showing not only material advantage and conversion of other factors. I mean, from middle game to end game, even from opening to end game directly. I will show some positions from opening to end game. Hello, Basal Parikh and Veerbhadra Singh and Sittu Nandi. Welcome. Jai. Hello, Ramakrishna. Parvathakkar. So, please pay attention. These lessons will be very essential for you for your development towards mastery in the game. You want to become a national champion, you want to become a IM or GM, you have to master this art. So, let me start today some important positions, starting with Anand and Lodi. You know, Anand showed this game to me uh, at some place I don't remember when he was very young. And would you believe? Would you believe this king is coming to this point somewhere area? This king is dragged, dragged like this, and dragged here and getting lost. This reminded me of the game. I mean, white is Fisher and black is Petrosian. I will also show that game. This is very important. And that too winning in endgame brilliantly. That was also an endgame. Fisher Petrosian. Yes. You can ask me question also. I will be able to answer why this move, why that move, explanation for any time, any move. Now let's start the game. Anand here played rook e2. It's a good move. Supporting and this is trying to double the game. Rook. This is a good move. Now, bad move. This is bad. The point why it is bad because here it is not about exchange, it is about the bad piece, and it is about now the game queen on the board. Black can create some activity. Without queens, black will be helpless. I mean, it is a wrong judgment to exchange going for an end game, finishing the game. Now you start the journey of the black king. This king is going to come here, is going to come here all the way, 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 running. Otherwise, getting a queen into pawn and it is getting mate very soon, very soon. Rook check is coming, so run. Now, now again threatening quick mate, run. Now again threatening rook check, so run, run, run. Now, now he is hiding. So again, the point is now the pawn is under attack. This one. So indirectly depending upon. Instead of playing a passive move, indirectly depending, if you take knight fork is there, you cannot take knight fork is there. So here, once again, he is giving a threat. Now queen check will come, and now knight d7 will come later on. So he started running. Check, run. Now once again threatening queen, decisive check at d6, run. run, run, run. The king कहाँ से भगा के लेके आया आनंद. But now see still the further thing. And then it is a prosaic end game now winning. It is easy now. Nothing can be done. Just trade and winning. Exchange your rook will sweep all the pawns. The rook will sweep all these pawns. It's all weak pawns. It is easy now. There is nothing. Finish one because this pawn he can create some trouble. So trouble monger. Finish that pawn and finish this pawn. I don't remember somewhere I just discussed. I was playing some this game and I asked and Anand showed me that with some analysis comment. Finish all over. So the point is the decision making that exchanging queen was a wrong decision. With queen on the board, black could have created some threats on the long diagonal sometime. So it was important decision. This is the point here. Move 72, I guess. I guess so. Somewhere did I overwrite it? This is a decisive mistake. He should have maintained queen whatever chance he has. I mean, he should try to bring the knight. Now the rook is doubling. The rook is doubling, so e7 is under problem. So he should come back and play knight to c6 back or whatever. This itself is a bad idea. He must uh, he must not have played anyway. So I will show another two games. Going to end game. Lodi and Anand. Anand is black. If you observe, great player, any world champion, top grandmaster, anytime you are forcing an end game, they will have a good position. Their pieces will be better. The king will be active. No bad pawns, no bad pieces, as far as possible. In majority cases, they will be ready for end. Okay. So here, avoiding the direct opening the game, so he has played fianchetto. Instead of the main line, White has played fianchetto. Actually, maybe this is also interesting idea. It will take a Royal Office character. If you play e5, this will become a Royal Office structure character. But Anand wanted always open game. So pressure. I will leave this only go to the end game part. So threatening a mate in one. It was better. It was better to exchange. It was better to exchange. But refusing that king will be weak. So it is a bad move. Already in trouble. Now he grabs exchange. The position two bishops normally rook and two active bishops are better than two rooks which are not active. For example, now the rook is passive here. There is a target here. So the bishop is powerful. King is weak. So all these things, even though white is exchange up, it is not a good position. One pawn and a minor piece is and active pieces. So black stands better. Better chances. Okay. So far so good. Everything good. Now pressure on b2 and pressure on the long diagonal. He is insisting queen exchange. Now he wants to come king side. Okay. So he gives queen in. Two rook for queen, but you need file and active pieces. The king is unsafe. The whole point is the white king is unsafe. He wants to double the double the rooks. This is the problem I started now. The bad king position. So now I think it is practically lost now. The queen will be proving stronger than two rooks now. Because this is the target point. He will never get time. He will never get time to join because he has to move the rook. Now he comes here. He will never get time because bishop is controlling the c7. He has to come rook here and rook here, which he will never get time. Excellently playing. Very young Anand. Anand was how old he was? He was, I would say, 15, 16-year old. Weak point. Target has been created. Posting will be there. These are miles away, not miles away. I would say hundreds of kilometers away. Still, this is I'll go to the point. I want you to think how should black play now? Who is this? Event Tata Steel, Vaikan G8, thrown to white, 11 Aronian, black, Anand, result 0-1. I will see that. I will see that. It's a great game. Anand has beaten Aronian, all great players. Dina Patel, good afternoon. Okay, I will analyze that game. Sure, I will analyze. Now, please find out the black to play and win. I enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing this game. Find out. खत्म हो गया. Queen versus two rook. Fisher pet for this. Yes. Who Jugal Mehta. Correct one. Finish. Now the entry. Will you defend the white diagonal or the G3 square? ये आप ये डिफेंड करोगे या ये डिफेंड करोगे दोनों दोनों तरफ से गया is gone. If you defend, suppose here, if you try to defend this square, now this check is finished. This check will finish. You can't come, then this is going also lost. So the whole point is going to an end game with clear cut. King position counts a lot. King position matters a lot. I don't remember one game. Anand beat somebody with a brilliant. He was looking like advantage for opponent, but the end game came but brilliantly. Okay, another game with Pakistan IM, Pakistan champion for 15, 20 years, maybe 30 years, Lodi. This game is also beautiful. Okay, this is all theoretical. White black is better because of the placement of knight. And now notice a strategic error by white. Strategic error. Because after the move, now as long as the tension is maintained here, this would have been played. But now the bishop becomes bad. A bad bishop and a good bishop. That decided the issue. A player making a move does not realize that is going to be the death knell. उसका वो ये जो मूव है बैड बिशप उसका जान ले लिया. Just he's trying to attack. Attack will be gone. Exchange now end game. Welcome to the end game. Now you cannot. Okay. So exchanging everything. So left with a good bishop and bad bishop. That becomes a decisive factor. Knight, you have to exchange. The knight is so strongly placed, you have to exchange the knight. Anyway, there these are all exchanging. This is the all bad moves to bring and exchange. But anyway, you can't check, and it is all over. This is lost. I mean, judgment of Anand, even by very young Anand, he was 17, 18. That this position is overwhelming. He wants him. He wants him. You go there. I'll run. Start. Now, the outside pass pawn is there, and the king will enter happily. But I will provoke the pawn. It is not that easy. I will provoke it. What else you will do? Now all this is covered. Bishop and pawn are covering this. So only bishop. But where the bishop will move? If you move the bishop, bishop will come here on the pawn. It is a zugzwang. It is a zugzwang. Good bishop, bad bishop. Now force e4. Okay, I will give you some time. Please think and tell me how to win. Yes, yes. Lodi is the only Pakistan IM in the last, it means as long as I know, just almost 1950s he started. 1955, India started the national championship and all. So you would say in last 70 years, they have two IMs. They have two IM. One is Mahmud Lodi and another is Saijad Mirza. Saijad Mirza just stopped playing, nothing now. But Lodi, he had two GM norms, and even he reached the rating of 2495. 2495. Now he has come down to 2300. Age factor. He was a good player. Anyway, in fact, I was in the same team in the like Bundesliga. There was a professional team championship in Dhaka. I used to play for one strong team, Mohammedan Sporting. So Lodi and myself in the same team played several times. They were giving money up and down, everything. All right, find out how does Black win here. Veerabhadra, BH5, KE3, KE5. Veerabhadra Singh, he has played here BH5. Now, on push. Hey, king here will lose. Then king will enter. So bishop cannot move. If bishop moves, bishop D1 finish. So only move. And now it is all over. Finish. This pass pawn, in the range of the king. There is no problem about this pass pawn. The king is enough. Now king pawn. So a zugzwang has been created. Zugzwang lost. Good afternoon, Vivan Vishal Saha. No, no, no. Veerabhadra Singh, not. I know. Lodi had reached 2495, 249395 something. Because I played professional same team. Lodi and myself, we played for the same team in Dhaka, maybe 3 4 times. Okay, coming to this one, and he has two GM norm also. Next, I would like to show the Fisher game. Since I told refer that Fisher game, let me show the Fisher Petrosian game. So I would skip the opening discussion, straight go to the end game. Okay, this position, it is white has a bad bishop. This position, white has a bad bishop. The knight is stronger than the bishop. Okay, so this point, but Petrosian had to take a lot of time in defense. So he came in time trouble also. It was in candidates tournament 1959 where Tal became the winner and went to meet Putnik. Fisher was just entering the international area series. So black is better. Now Now the knight is very strongly placed and the pawn is moving forward. So he tried trying to attack anyway. And Petrosian showed amazing skill in defense. Amazing. Now the knight is much stronger than the bishop. Now the king will move. King will move. You can't just push the pawn. If you keep pushing the pawn, there will be counterplay. Because queen will come giving a threat. The queen is coming and the pawn is also rolling. So he started pushing. Four queens on the board. There are four queens on the board, but Black demonstrated a fantastic defensive skill, covering all dark squares. It is necessary. Now what else? Now you have no attack because this area is all covered by the black. So he will start pushing the pawn. There is nothing better. Very nice. The king is like a fortress. The king is hiding. There is no check. There is no check. And now the queen will come. The queen will come here. If you come to this point, the queen will come. Cover everything. For all the area is covered. All the area is covered. So this queen not doing nothing now. It is black who is better. Here, king b3. Now king is very safe and is coming. He is coming closer. Blunder. This is a blunder. The whole point is now queen into does not work because queen into new queen will come. But Petrosian was so tired. He accept after this. Sir offered a draw and he accepted because he was very tired of playing such a long game and defending all the time. None in his book writes about psychology. You should read that. And now they agreed to a draw, but it is should be much better for it is better for black now. He agreed to a draw. Remember, you showed this Bodak Dev and said King himself is a great defender. Yeah, King is a great defender. Petrosian has showed that. Karpov has showed that. Steinis, Petrosian, Karpov, Smyslov, they have all demonstrated. Keres, even Tal. King himself is a great defender. Suresh Chawda, good afternoon. Now, some more interesting endgames area. Okay, I will tell you, endgame one can plan right from many openings from opening to endgame direct link, direct link. Before going further, I want to show you a couple of endgames. Uh, पोलू का छोड़ दिया पोलू yeah it is here. I showed you this opening in the morning. This position, it is not easy. White is better because he has a pass pawn, double bishop. Here double bishop plays a little role. The reason is the position is so much closed here. The bishop role is not important, but the pass pawn is there. So in the game, rook exchange. You want to exchange? Now the position is plus minus because the king will come very quickly and the king will come. This is in pin. If you play this, it is virtually lost. So it comes to free the knight. Now it is like an extra pawn in a king pawn endgame or any minor piece endgame. This is an extra pawn that it is not easy. Only when you see this, how many beautiful moves white has played. What are the advantages? What are the advantages? Number one, a pass pawn. Number two, he can create a second pass pawn. He can create outside second pass pawn. That is also a point to be noted. And third point is an active king and same color bishop. If it's opposite color, I don't think white can win the game. But it is same color bishop. So this is winning. And there is a target also. So he comes here so that if you do not play, now if you play something like king, it is an easy win. You will have this. And now this is just coming. Just coming. So you can't do that. You have to stop that time. Now bishop. On push. Preparing g4. Preparing for g4 and h5. So finally he has made set. Note that this is all covered yet. All covered. The king cannot cross. This is an important point in technical area. Tempo. Now the king wants to come to this point first. All right. How to make further progress? You cannot push the pawn. You cannot keep on pushing, coming here and pushing. It is not a good idea. So what to do now? Polugowski demonstrated beautifully. You read his book, Grandmaster. What is it? I mean, how to how means the name of the book is Grandmaster Preparation, Grandmaster Performance, and three books he has written. Grandmaster Preparation is one book. Grandmaster in that it gives a lot of end games. So how to win this game? There is no such book as named Practical Chess Psychology by John Nunn. I think there is a book, Practical Chess Psychology by John Nunn. 100% there is a book. Psychology, I read lot of books. First book I read was by Rubin Fine, Psychology in Chess. Then I wrote a fantastic book written by mm, one Russian grandmaster, Nikolai Krogius. Fantastic book, the best ever book. Then I read another book by Outer Azmi, Psychology in Chess. Then read another book. Then Nunn's book also is very good. So Nikolai Krogius' book is really great, and John Nunn's book is really great. Fantastic. There is a book by John Nunn. You just write books written by John Nunn, chess books written by John Nunn in the internet. It will come. All right. You can see the technique. The idea is now he wants to come here. He wants to not push the pawn. The main idea is to bring the bishop here and bring the bishop targeting. So making him passive. Making him passive. You cannot go and attack. You cannot go here. If you go here, it will win quickly, I think. How will I win this game is here. First bishop here. You cannot king pawn ending is lost. After taking the king will enter. And if you come here, this is winning the game. So this kind of thing you cannot enter bishop here. Fine move. A player has to see king here loses to bishop move. King pawn ending is lost. If you play king pawn ending is lost, simply over. Finishing the game. And if you go try to stop the pawn, and if you try to stop the pawn, it is all. So this is winning. Now he has improved the position tremendously. Now the pawn is going to seventh rank. That will bring the king, and now the king is entering. Finish. He's giving a simple threat. So the only move. Another beautiful move. Cannot take. Lost. You have to allow me another second pass pawn. Winning. So you can see that he has made so many moves timely. If you look some 5 6 moves, brilliant moves, right from starting from here, I would say this point these are all normal moves. So good move, good move. Now finding a good move. After that, tempo. Well, if you do not do, king cannot move anywhere. Now this is entry is there. So you cannot move, only move to stop and first good move. Second good move. This is for third. Now fourth, turning to go to king a5, a6. And the final blow. It's all over. You cannot take it and you cannot stop bishop coming there. And now second pass pawn. Over. Oh, checkmate. I am queen. ये king mate है. He push. Actually, this is. I don't know why he did not play. What is wrong? This is mate. Push queen. Time trouble. It could be time trouble. This leads to checkmate because this is the only square and checkmate. Anyway, grandmasters, if they have seen a plan, they don't want to deflect time trouble. So instead of playing that, he played the other move quickly. Now you have to come here, only move, and one tempo I will queen. Now you push queen check and queen. So brilliantly played the end game. Now I go to another one where opening to end game. I showed you the game Western in opening only I had discussed. Devang Makwana, welcome. Dina Patel, correct move, King C4 at that time. Veerbhadra Singh, you write on internet, chess book written by John Nunn. वो आ जाएगा. I like John Nunn's writing. All his books I like. All his books. Very good writer. You know, scientific calculation. He wrote his book on Benoni is very good. Two books on endgame he has written. Fantastic books. Then his book, Understanding Chess Move by Move. I like that book. Even I learned a lot of good ideas. John Nunn's book, Understanding Chess Move by Move by John Nunn. A great book. Two endgame books. A book on modern Benoni. Then he has written books on mainland King's Indian, some Park. He has written a lot of books. And this one, Psychology in Chess. He has written many chess books. And another one he wrote, Sicilian, about Open Sicilian. All the how to beat Sicilian, beating Sicilian. Okay, going to next. Now this position. This endgame is bad. Queen exchange, but bad. Now there are many good moves. BB5 is very good. Now BB5 also plus. Here BB5. Knight comes there, bishop will A4. Advantage. But this grandmaster played bishop. Check. Just bad. Position. White has a superior piece position and better development. This is just bad. Whatever you do, you can't play C6. Then a B4 piece will be trapped. So the position, you see, many times though we are not sensing the danger. I would rather be a pawn down. I would prefer to be a pawn down, but my pieces are active. Here, what is the use of equal material? सारे piece of rook a8, knight a5, bishop g7, गधे pieces है, कुछ काम का नहीं. Go back. Now c7 को बचाओ. बचाने को टाइम नहीं है. You cannot defend the c7 because after the move rook c8, he can even play move like some b5 and any 7 can come. Should win now. Knight and rook both are attacked. One piece, rook, two pieces for the rook. Lost. Hopeless position. There is no need to discuss. Rook on seventh rank and one more pawn, two pawn up he will be. So this gives a good end game. I told you that this is good. Though pawn into pawn, I played in blitz games sometime. Found opponent are not used. One of the main idea of the line that here it is not in this game, but here suppose you play moves like, let us say something like knight coming here. Let us say, or maybe bishop coming here, maybe bishop coming here. Then s3, knight here, g4. Now the knight is stuck. Now suppose you bring knight here, bishop here, and now bring the rook. Now rook will come. So the rook is doing a job of defense, and now here we will play bd3 and double the rooks. Double the rooks. Clear plus. I think this is how Bronson beat somebody. Anyway, could you please analyze Anand game? I will analyze. I will analyze. Okay, let me see. What he says is Aronian Anand in the year Tata Steel 2013. Okay, let's check. Let's check. I think, I guess Magnus Carlsen said that is Anand's immortal game. If I remember correctly, Magnus Carlsen said that is Anand's immortal game. Anand and Carlsen, they have played maybe 150 games nearly 150 games in matches, tournament, rapid, blitz and all. And Carlsen has a plus very marginal, small plus. If you see 150 games, suppose there is 5 6 plus is nothing. And you count the age, what two generation different. हाँ? आनंद जवान होता था तो पासा पलट जाता था, फिर भी अभी भी मेंटेन कर रहा है. कहाँ है ये, किधर है ये, दैट वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप. इसमें शायद नहीं रहा है बिकॉज ये 2009 तक ही है, इसमें 2013 आई टू गो किया. Anand Aronian, it says Anand is Viswanathan Anand is black. Okay, Aronian is white. 2013. Still, yeah, Anand has annotated the game. Semislav, this is one of the Anand's reporter. It is a very solid line and also favorite of Kramnik, also favorite of Kasparov, Zero and great players. This is also a possibility. Queen C2. The idea that if you take, I will come directly, gaining a move. Queen C2 is one possibility. And if you play bishop here, he can also prepare a G4, preparing for G5. Then black's best move is pawn into pawn. Idea, when you play G4, G5, I have a square. So this is one of the interesting idea, and Queen C2. But anyway, in the game it happened. straightforward. This is the main idea. Now it is interesting this move. This is more complicated. Black wants to straightforward play this and reactivate all these pieces. A6, because you need to support before pushing. You need to support this pawn. So this is, instead of playing this, is supposed to be one of the most popular line. Preparing for c pi and bb7. Very complicated line. Okay. Now here he plays bishop. So going for activating straight away. I guess black has equalized. At the moment, you are not losing the pawn. Bishop knight into pawn, there is a pawn into pawn, and after bishop takes pawn, there is counter attack. So here, if you play bishop takes pawn, there is, you don't have to take it. Now the queen cannot reach. You have no time to reach because a double attack is coming on the knight. So there is no time. There is no time. So white, black has got very good compensation in two three factor. Number one, the power of the bishops. In the two, ये दो बिशप नहीं है, दो तलवार है, टू सोर्ड्स, दो तलवार एक है. दूसरी बात है सेंटर. नाउ ऑल्सो डेवलपमेंट फैक्टर. देर आर टू थ्री थिंग्स, डबल बिशप, center, and open h5. Now black has got the advantage to attack on the h line. White has made a combination, but now it is helping black. Ironically, in retrospect, black will use that. So this is in the game what happened. So here he played right. Idea queen coming h4. What else you will do? Suppose you play h3, then check. You will not able to capture the knight. I will come back. You will not able to capture. Queen check will lead to mate. Okay, you can also pull it. You can also pull it, but he goes there. No g3. Black is better. Yeah. Now there is. If you take the mating attack is coming. Would be. So what he said, Anand, these notes by Anand. Anand says something. Comment here. The main line ends in a draw, which is quite satisfactory from Black's point of view. Okay, draw is okay. Black is happy. So White tried for a win. A shock for Aronian. Okay, suppose you play here knight into double attack, because you know the knight on h7 is also in the mess. So forced to take rather, otherwise double check. Forced. Now this he says this is all the analysis by Anand. This is also having no problem. Equality, but it is very risky the way he has demonstrated, allowing the pawn, allowing the queen coming, giving the exchange. So all calculation is correct. So here check. Long notes by Anand. What he says, let me see. He says that here the game which kept on coming on my mind was famous classic Roulette Rubinstein. Classic game. Roulette Rubinstein. It is just as classic. I imagine for Gelfand also, you would have remembered. But of all, why he says Gelfand is, Gelfand was a great follower of Rubinstein. Even Gelfand wrote a book, My Rubinstein. You know, Rubinstein was a strategist. So Gelfand was completely influenced by Rubinstein. Every player has a hero. Everybody keeps somebody as hero. Tal may be somebody's hero. Alekhine was means Kasparov's hero. Okay, so everybody Tal said Bronstein is my hero, but Bronstein said I disapprove such a student playing so rash. So it is just somebody has some hero. So here is a Rubinstein and knight into f8. Queen into. Open that file. It will nail in the coffin. You take Siddha straight death. You may play king f7 also finish, queen check finish only. Queen into pawn is a threat now. Queen into pawn. Like Rubinstein, roulette Rubinstein. Lost. Great game by Anna. It is great. Yeah, it is a great game, but there were a lot of lines which were leading to equality. White normally plays for a win. If you draw with white, no, very soon the rating will come down. I will tell you the secret. Now, the big tournaments they invite by way of rating, like Vaikanji, like Linares, or you can say that London Classic, or whatever the Norway, some big tournament, they invite and top 10 called rated players. Suppose you keep drawing with white, then and you draw with black, the rating factor will go down slowly. It will slide. So in the top level, they try to win with white and they try to equalize with black. Suppose that is why black can take risk, some variations which is equal, but white will try to win and go down. So they see the face, they see the rating by name. Draw with Carlson is not bad, even though you are playing white. So that they check like that. Welcome, Morth Godani, Bela, who is sir, title might a bit different, but I found correct. Title might be easy. John Munn has written many books, and which I searched everywhere, failed to book. Okay, I will find out the actual name, exact name of the book. Exact name of the book I will give you. Practical Chess Psychology, I think, or I will see that exact name. Yeah, very famous of Anand. Okay, so a good selection by Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna's selection is good. Suggested me. Now let me go to the topic and our my topic is exploitation in end game. Opening to end games. Some openings. Let me show you. Okay, here there is ये कोड कहाँ है B66 B32 I guess. Yeah, this is straight opening to end game. Now if you look at the opening book suggests Queen D1 main line, and even you can play Queen D2, which is also little better. I played this move and I won. I guess with a young Bengal player, he played this, but I played Queen here with the idea to exchange the Queen later. So even this is a good move here. This is a good move. Okay, Queen C7, good move. Because Queen is in the dark squares, controlling. The Queen is watching this lot of problem. So Queen is well placed here also. Queen A3 is also stopping. Queen D1 is supposed to be main line. After Queen D1, I guess the move here he comes knight here, and after the move some bishop comes here. Now d5, I think something like that it goes on. This is how it game goes on. Okay. So these are the idea. But imagine here bishop d3 and d5. Some variation white plays h4. White plays h4 with the idea of bishop c5. So and if you play h5, so I thought it is better to play queen d2 and queen exchange. So this is theory, but now I will show you. There is a group of players. Nigel Stott started this queen into queen. This is overwhelming. The end game is so bad for black. By move 8, we exchanged queen and a minor piece. Board खाली हो रहा है. Knight. Okay. Pawn into knight. Knight into now knight into knight. Knight into. This is now white is clearly better. Plus minus. Why so? It is not about two bishops. It is about the lead in development. Castle. Now suddenly, if black will castle, he will lose a pawn. अगर आप castle करोगे, let us say you castle this safely. अभी ये रुक आया और एक pawn चला गया. ये गया. You come here, this is gone. One pawn gone. Huh? This is a pawn gone straight. So you castle other way also same thing. That means if you castle, you lose a pawn. So bishop d2, be3. Now castle. You cannot castle. You have to play pawn push. Otherwise you lose a pawn. And now see, there are so many weak points. This is a weak point, and uncastled king. So this is a target also. Notice this, how it will happen. Bishop. Now I am not allowing you castle. I am not allowing you castle. Bishop is watching the square. You cannot castle. And now, if you castle, suppose you castle the other way, then you will have problem. Bishop will come, or bishop will come. Now you defend the point. Rook cannot come here. So this is one more headache. The pawn is problem. The bishop is watching the square. So here, even this end game you have to play this. Now bishop here. So he played rook. Now anyway bishop, double attack. Knight has to move. Bishop into pawn. He picked up. This is the problem. गया. खत्म. अभी यहाँ दो पास पान है. Even if you give one pawn, there is still two pass pawns will be there. Two pass pawns and bishop pair. ये कुछ नहीं रहेगा. Nothing will happen. गया ही. Now pass pawn will decide. एक pawn up भी है और pass pawn खत्म. So ये जो ending है, this is completely lost ending. Even though it appears harmless, this is completely lost. After the move, plus minus. Cannot defend. No matter what you do, this ending. That means the line ही बंद हो जाएगा. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? लोएंथाल. They say it is called लोएंथाल. लोएंथाल गणपत हो गया. गणपत. सीधा मारो. Knight. Yeah. Okay, you can do other move also. For example, you can do here knight coming. This is also not working. After d5, ed5, here you can also play that instead of coming the other move directly. That also is bad. For example, you can come here. Then I will play king. King se defend karega. Then I will play threaten. I will show another game for that. That means you are convinced this end game is bad. So let me take you to other second variation. ये नहीं बाबू, ये. So knight. Now king. Idea. Next time I'm going to push the knight away. A3. Pawn into king. Now this pawn is important pawn. So this is not important pawn. So go for that. Now bishop pair and active king and threat. This is as good as is plus minus. कोई threat नहीं है. Finish. Black will not come out of opening only. Black will not complete development. अभी ये rook कहाँ जाएगा? Where the rook will go? Will you leave back rank? Back rank छोड़ेगा तो और तकलीफ. If you come here, rook enters d8. After that, you may lose further material. So this is lost position. So this end game, the position after queen exchange, I would say this is gone position. There are some opening you should not allow the end game. Uh, for example, d4, d6. If you are a perk player, you can play d6. Now you are not afraid of e4 because you are a perk player. And also this is not so dangerous that perk is bad. You can play here knight f6, g6, anything. So e4, e5. Now this end game, this is nothing, no danger to black. Absolutely no danger. कुछ नहीं होगा. ये वर्गीज कोसी, आई एम वर्गीज कोसी, ये कुछ 100 बार खेला होगा, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा इसमें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ओके आई विल शो यू. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 3-4 गेम में आपको दिखा. Here, actually, if I'm white, I will play here. So this e5 here, e5. I will play knight. This is what. Now you take. I have a center, knight or development, and if you play knight, white is better. White is little better. So this is better than exchanging. Is better than exchanging. Knight f3 is better. But take. Now let us see this end game. Okay. Idea, actually the king is absolutely safe here. This king, after the move, the king will go to a safe zone. Totally safe zone. King c7 is like a castle position. So, tempo. I will show why this is bad. I will show a game why e4 is bad. You cannot weaken the d4 square. After this game, your d4 square is horribly weak. ये आएगा, ये knight आ जाएगा इधर. You can't do this. So here he plays e3. Tempo. Pawn down. अभी ये देखना जरूरी नहीं. Not worth seeing further. Opening में pawn down, आगे क्या देखोगे? So let us see second game. Counter attack. Okay, I defended. Now it is your turn to defend. Now the main problem of black is it is maneuvering room. You main problem child is this. इसको लेकर कहाँ जाना? तो उसको सेटल कर दिया तो ये बिशप तो निकल जाएगा, ब्लैक बिशप. So only the problem is how to place this bishop knight correctly. Solving the all problems. Solving the problem. हो गया. अभी black has no bad piece. Black has no bad piece and center is better. Exchange the dark square. Then you will get a knight room, knight, fantastic knight and a file. माइनस ऑलरेडी. मारेगा तो मेट हो जाएगा. हैं? एक मुंह का मेट थ्रेड अभी. मेट इन वन. स्टिल मेट बचाओ. बैक रैंक बचो. खत्म. अभी भी मेट लटक रहा है. चेक. खत्म. पीस तो मिलेगा, ऊपर से मेटिंग नेट में ही रहेगा. सो यू कैन सी ये एंडिंग कितना बुरा नहीं है. बट to make sure that if you want to play this, you have to be a perk player. d4, d6. Now white must play knight f3, topping e5, or after c4, e5, knight f3. And if you play e4, that is what happened to me. एक बार ग्रैंड मास्टर पेटरसन के साथ He was a d4 player, so I thought I will go for endgame direct. But he played e4. I played Perk, though I was not a Perk player. मैं एकदम struggle करके कांटे पे draw किया, struggling. So this is also possible. Now here in this game, what happened? ये तो देखा अभी. Next, Dorfman. Black is already better. Already he has got a backward pawn in pair. Black is already better. So this is the drawback. ये जो e4 कर रहे हैं ना, अब इसका स्क्वायर का अंजाम भुगतना पड़ेगा उसको. And rooks connected. Next rd8 and nd4. nd4 स्क्वायर तो ले लिया. माइनस प्लस. नाउ फोर मेजॉरिटी चालू हो गया. ऑलरेडी बैड पोजीशन. साइंटिफिकली प्लेइंग. ब्लैक इज प्लेइंग वेरी साइंटिफिक चेस. गया ये पॉन तो कुछ कर नहीं सकता है. अभी ये वीकनेस को ऑलरेडी ये देख रहा है. ये नाइट इज वॉचिंग द स्क्वायर. इसका मतलब ये आया तो ये गया. कैनॉट डिफेंड दैट पॉन. वैसे पॉन नहीं गया तो भी गेम जाएगा. पोजीशन सो बैड. बट दिस इज टू शो दैट ये एंड गेम भी खेल सकता है. हु आर द प्लेयर्स? वुल्फ एंडरसन प्लेड ए लॉट. देयर आर मेनी प्लेयर्स. मिखाइल टाल प्लेड इट. तो ये कोई बुरा नहीं है. आप ये भी खेल सकते हो. Let us see. I will show another variation. Opening to end game. Going for a plus in opening area. For example, here, ये देखो. e4, e5, and f3, and c6. Bishop c4. Any question? Yes, Birabhadra, Rosina Surani, good afternoon. Which I had a doubt. I had a yes and me mail. I will see that game. I have not checked the mail. Now here, bishop e7. This is called, what you call it? Hungarian defense. Hungarian defense. Now it is solid. It is not. It is not filter. It is not committed. So what you should do here? There are many ways. You can play castle d4. You can play c3 d4. So, but there is interesting idea d4. Now you cannot surrender the center. This is definitely bad. It is worst line of filter. So d6. Now suddenly white finds a plan. Pawn into pawn. Pawn into bishop. Immediate threat. Bishop into knight. और एक pawn जाएगा. So now he brings bishop to d6. White has already got a good game. By playing a trick, no, White has already got a good game. Hungarian defense. Bachao, you go to corner, knight f6 is not possible. Now queen b3 is coming. I guess this is a bad move. Okay, whatever it is. Now end game. White stands better. Because poor placement of knight. Now you cannot. This is already white stands better. Okay, I will go to the next game. ये हुआ था women candidates in candidates women tournament or European women team championship. So white is Alexandra Kostanyuk, and black is Monica Calzetta, Argentinian player, and ये जो है former world women champion Kostanyuk. So Hungarian, which is not bad in my opinion. It's solid. d4 and now take bishop, threatening to win a pawn. I guess this was more solid. Now this will backfire. Backfire. Of course, you cannot win a pawn. Queen into queen, knight into pawn, mate is there. You can't win a pawn, but definitely white is stronger now. White is much better. Superior pawn structure, better. ये है this is Tara's formula. The piece has no future. Now I want to play f3 and permanently. So that is why I moved the knight so that the pawn will this pawn needs protection. So he will play f3 and after that ये बंदी हो जाएगा. अगर निकलेगा तो कपड़लंगा विंटर हो जाएगा. ये खेलेगा ऐसा कुछ करेगा तो ये मार देगा. ये कपड़लंगा विंटर रिवर्स कलर हो जाएगा. तो ये जिंदगी भर निकलेगा ही नहीं. कपड़लंगा विंटर में ऐसा ही हो गया. कपड़लंगा वाज ब्लैक, विंटर वाज व्हाइट. सो ये प्लेस हियर rook stopping all blocking plus this is gone. ये निकलेगा कहां से? ये कहां से निकलेगा? नाइट उठेगा कैसा? ये नाइट कैसा उठेगा? नहीं निकलेगा. सो प्रैक्टिकल पर्पस ये पिच डाउन है. आप कोई भी एंड गेम खेलो जीत जाएगा. नाइट इवन एक्सचेंज डाउन भी जीत जाएगा. फाइनली वो निकला. आई डोंट थिंक इट शुड हैव अलाउड. इन माय ओपिनियन इसको मार देना था. ये बिशप इनटू नाइट मार देना था उसको. जाने दो बिशप द क्वीन को डबल करके. बट एनीवे दे आर ट्रेन्ड बाय ऑल ग्रेट प्लेयर्स. जीती, विनिंग द गेम. रन, ह्यूज इनिशिएटिव, खत्म. So this is also leading to a good position that Hungarian. This is a good plan for b7, d4, and take and bd5. Not a bad idea. I would like to see that beautiful game by Mr. Tal. I go to the end game straight. Now this is the position. If you look at the material factor, if you look at the position, that white looks bad because of bad king side and all. But actually white is better. Why? Because black has not a prepared attack. There is no clear cut plan. In order to attack, you need a center. You need a lot of pieces in the game. 3-4 pieces. कहाँ है 3-4 pieces? Knight and queen है. And where is center? White has better center. So though that there is king is little weak, there is no activity that black can generate. दे दिया queen. टाल ने finish कर दिया. Now he has 3 pieces for queen. The reason I picked up it is not 3 piece, but the end game, the way he played, no, the way he played domination and attack, the coordination of pieces of Tal, all nice. Exchange करो, कर दो. Even then, this is plus. Abhi now you'll see how to play. White is better, but if you say I am better, win will not come. You have to show a better plan, execution. Now, what is the plan? The plan, now it is all controlled. You have to just open up the game. The future plan, unless you open the game, the pieces will have no life. First of all, this bishop won't need life. Then, after pawn push, the rook going 7th rank, you need to pressure on the point. You need to put pressure. You need to open up h4, g5. You need to go rook 7th rank. Otherwise, slowly black will expand the pawns. If you sit down with passively, वो आएगा a5 b5 a4 b4 all these things. So action, h4 g5, action, threatening mate. You should see a mating pattern. You must take नहीं तो mate हो जाएगा. See, immediately activity. If you take the bishop, now pawn into pawn check and knight f6 finish or knight d6 finish. So activity, beautifully timed. So pawn into bishop not, if this is also leading to checkmate only. Bishop check and then knight f6 and mate. No problem about it. No problem. Check. And now you look at the coordination of three pieces. That is why they are so great. You give them any position, they are ready to play. They are demonstrating the advantage. The three pieces are superior when they are coordinated. कहाँ जाएगा? Where will you go? So he goes there. Check. Goes there. Now rook. Bishop. Idea. Now bishop and knight controlling. Knight controlling all this. All this. So he will come here and give a check. And rook bishop knight rook mate. Go there. Check. किधर भी जाओ मेट हो जाएगा. Check. Check. Want to continue or get mated? Better resign. If you come here, checkmate. You come here, also checkmate. Rook will come and sub checkmate. If you come, rook will come and this is a mate. So mating pattern में mastery चाहिए. You need to master the mating pattern. And I appreciated that finding active plan. ऐसा ही बैठा रहेगा, गणपत हो जाएगा. We found the correct plan of opening the line. Opening the line. After 7th rank, he started action. And appreciated the beauty. This punch. Unexpected punch. Hello, Devars. Hello, Mukund. Mukund Agarwal. Welcome. With this end game. So, it is supposed to be on the main line. Check over variation. Queen d4. Queen d4 is called check over variation. This one. This one is called check over. Queen into pawn. ये जो है, this is called check over variation. Now this is the point. This sort of any end game, this is bad. Now these squares are so bad. अभी ये बिशप गया तो बोर्ड he should resign. The knight versus bishop. वो तो देना पड़ेगा उसको. अभी दो, अभी I will give. वो देना पड़ेगा. And then this end game, whether you exchange down also, what a grip. Totally hopeless. I remember I played a Kerala player, a veteran Kerala player, Abdul Majid, somewhere in 1978 national challengers at Hyderabad. This is the same position I reached. I remember clearly, same position. So, even though I did not read so many books, but I had a feeling the position is lost. Material equal, but this any end game is lost. Now, whether you defend also, whatever you do, it is a lost position. So, this is hopeless. Another similar position, see, Queen D4 line. ये नहीं नहीं ये नहीं, Queen D4 का एक और है. E5 is a self goal. E5 is a self goal. अभी क्वीन साइड में कैसल भी रियाती नहीं मिलेगा. नो, यू विल नॉट गेट चांस. दिस इज होपलेस. अभी बचाओ. अनसेकेबल. ऑल दिस इज अनसेकेबल. अनसेकेबल पीसेस. ये ग्रिप है. व्हाट अबाउट दिस इज वर्स देन अ पॉन. और ये निकलता नहीं. निकलता नहीं है. पॉन हिलता नहीं है. दूसरा रुक आएगा D3. पास पान रखा है. So that apart from the superior position, there is a ready-made pass pawn is built up. ले लो pawn. No, continue here. Design. So this going from opening straight away grip. Uh, there is another position leading to endgame. Rouser attack. Now the BD7 idea. Why BD7? Why they play this move to bring the rook quickly into the game? Black has knights in the center, development, watching center, and now rook wants to be active in the line when you castle. And the variation is designed this. Now castle, I will take and tempo. Take force tempo. Abhi rook into knight. Straight forward going to the end game. Even if you take, even if you take this, the end game is bad. This is a bad end game. अभी पॉन तो गया, दूसरा पॉन और एक्सचेंज थ्रेट है, और ये नहीं चलता है, ये नहीं चलेगा, ये नहीं चलेगा, क्यों? ये क्यों नहीं चलेगा? मुझे बताओ. आई विल कमिंग बैक राइट. यू टेल मी व्हाई दिस इज बैड. What is the answer? Dina Patel says knight b c3. You mean Dina Patel? No, no, no. What is the answer? Nobody. Why this is bad? Now you see, you should not go after this pawn. The correct move is pawn push. g5. अब बिशप से मार नहीं सकता है, और ये पॉन से मारेंगे ना, ये पॉन अपना पॉन है, हम कभी भी मारेंगे उसको, हम कभी भी आके उसको मार सकते हैं. बट नाउ आई विल प्ले बिशप. डेडली मूव. या हम इसको मार सकते हैं क्योंकि आई कैन सपोर्ट नाउ. अभी रुक आएंगे, आई कैन सपोर्ट. इट्स अ हॉरिबल पोजिशन. नॉट टेकिंग, यू सी इट इज अ मिस्टेक, देन रुक विल बी एक्टिवेटेड. But I can have a support now. This is a bad position already. The bishop will come. You know, this is bad. So bishop f4 हट नहीं सकता है. Bishop h4 को ये शॉकिंग मूव जी पे आएगा. Fantastic move. So this is also bad. सो ये जो है क्वीन से नहीं मारेगा, एक गेम में रखा है, आई हैव केप्ट वन गेम फॉर यू क्वीन इनटू, सो पॉन से मारेगा। अभी क्या है, नाउ आई वांट टू गो टू एंड गेम, बट ही वांट्स टू प्ले मिडिल गेम, तो ये बिशप के लिए रेडी हो जाओ, ये बिशप यहाँ आना चाहिए, तो E5 खेलो, प्ले E5, वेलकम टू एक्सचेंज, वेलकम। ये एंड गेम तो अब ये एंड गेम खेलना था तो इधर ही खेलो ना, वाई अलाउ, वाई आफ्टर वन मूव, सो दिस इज अननेसेसरी, दिस इज माइनस। वही मैं अभी भी बोल रहा था, आ गया कौन है, मीरज सिंह, एक्टिव प्ले, यू नीड टू प्ले एक्टिवली, पोजिशन इज गुड, बट इफ यू डिले, एक बार वो डेवलप हो गया तो रूक ताकत दिखाएगा, एक बार उसको एक मूव मिल गया, बिशप आ जाएगा, रूक आ जाएगा, नॉन स्टॉप एक्शन आ जाएगा, बिफोर ही कम्स, बिफोर ही कुड डेवलप, यू फिनिश हिम ऑफ, ग्रेट मूव, बिशप से नहीं मार सकता है, एक्सचेंज जाएगा विद अ बैड गेम, तो कौन से मारो, बिशप से आया, क्या करोगे, अभी कौन से मारेगा तो भी गेम जाएगा। आई थिंक हियर maybe this should be enough, maybe this should be enough, this should be enough, because once you get this pawn, then knight will be a giant, center pawn में आनंद, Ivanchuk आनंद, आनंद was black, Ivanchuk same structure, Ivanchuk versus आनंद, that end game, so तो उसने G5 कर क्या मूव है, आया, ओके, रुक अटैक्स, आया, अभी हटने को टाइम नहीं, पीस अटैक, एक्सचेंज अटैक, पीस अटैक, गया, इफ यू लूज द एक्सचेंज बैक, अभी क्या रखा है, दिस सेंडिंग इज लॉस्ट, होपलेस, गया अभी लॉस्ट, सो दिस इज द वेरिएशन लीडिंग टू एंड गेम। और ये देखो माया चुबुनिडिस डायरेक्ट गई, वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट गेम में, वो भी इंपॉर्टेंट गेम, कैंडिडेट चल रहा था उनका, हाँ, माया चुबुनिडिस ने कस्टा अलेक्जेंड्रा को वही वेरिएशन में मारा, रुक टेक, रुक इनटू, क्वीन इनटू, आजा एंड गेम में, ए, not to take, these are instructive errors, don't allow the activation, अभी रुक आएगा तो मेरे पास A6 है, अभी मैं रॉक जैसा बचाएगा, सब कुछ बचा लिया, सब कुछ, नो, अदरवाइज BB5 आ जाएगा, BB5 विल विन द गेम, ओके, दिस इज अ बैड क्वेश्चन, अभी सेंटर पॉन है, पास पॉन है, व्हाइट का कोई एंड गेम में कोई पास पॉन नहीं है, ब्लैक पीसेस और 4 विल बी एक्टिवेटेड, एंड सब कुछ है, टेम्पो, टेम्पो क्या है अभी, माइनस प्लस, सो दिस एंड गेम ऑल्सो नॉट बैड, इतना बुरा नहीं है, तो आप ये भी ध्यान रखो, क्योंकि इफ यू आर व्हाइट, यू शुड बी केयरफुल अबाउट सच एंड गेम, एंड यू कैन ट्राई इट एज ब्लैक समटाइम, प्लेबुल है। ये जयचिक ने किसको मारा, जनाडी जयचिक, सेम लाइन, टक टक, रुक इन, क्वीन A5, E5, even queen C4 is there here, queen C4 is there, and here वही लाइन, ब्लैक बेटर, अभी पॉन तो जा रहा है, व्हाट इज द हरी, अभी पॉन जा रहा है, जब तक ये है, ये पॉन यहां आ जाए और अच्छा है, सो कैसल, आई गेट माई पॉन बैक, बिशप पैर है मेरे पास, अभी बिशप पैर है, सेंटर है, और ये मैं ध्यान रखा हूं, ये सब ध्यान रखा हूं, कंट्रोल में है, तो रूक्स का कोई चेक नहीं है, नो रूक कैन कम एंड गिव चेक, नो रूक चेक, मारो, ब्लैक बैटर, जस्ट इन टाइम, जस्ट इन टाइम, हो गया. So you can see this ending. These are instructive lessons. So you can also try, which is not bad, but not play regular basis. कभी कभी सरप्राइज के लिए खेलो. ये भाई का है दूसरा, भी वही हुआ है. कैसल. ये पॉन एक्सचेंज इज अ मिस्टेक एक्चुअली. यू आर गिविंग लाइफ टू द, ये सोया हुआ डेड बिशप को लाइफ दे रहे हो. दिस इज ऑल गॉन. किंग सेंटर में रख के खेलेगा, खत्म हो जाएगा. अभी वो सोचा था मारेगा, ये मारेगा, क्यों मारेगा? अभी C3 को बचाओ, नहीं बचता है. अभी ये मारेगा. इफ यू टेक इट नाउ पिन, एंड एनीवे आई एम गिविंग ए थ्रेट नाउ. रुक इनटू एन आइडिया बिशप. एनीवे आइडिया, नाउ रुक इनटू एन बिशप. आइडिया बिशप चेक आ रहा है. ये खत्म ऑलरेडी. इस मिडिल गेम में जाए, एंड गेम का जरूरत नहीं है. द पोजीशन लॉस्ट ग्रेजुअली, खत्म हो जाएगा. So and this kind of position you don't need to worry. फिर भी I will show in this variation. I have to show a beautiful game. Beautiful. Oh. पेंटाला हरि कृष्ण दो बार एक्सचेंज सैक ओपन किया. दो बार, एक बार नहीं, वही वेरिएशन. पेंटाला ग्रेट प्लेयर है, ग्रेट एंड गेम प्लेयर, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट एंड गेम प्लेयर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. इवन कार्लसन को भी हरा दिया एंड गेम में. ग्रेट एंड गेम प्लेयर पेंटाला. क्वीन एफ, नाइट इनटू, क्वीन F5. नाउ इफ यू प्ले F4, रुक इनटू, तो ये खेला. नाउ मेन आइडिया इज टू प्ले क्वीन एक्सचेंज. लेकिन व्हाट इज द हरी? ये स्क्वायर को पहला कवर करो. यू कवर दिस B5 स्क्वायर फर्स्ट. A6, देयर इज नो डेंजर. A2 छोड़ के मत जाओ. नाउ क्वीन C5, नो एंट्री फॉर योर पीसेस. सो या नाउ यू कैन सी फर्स्ट एक्सचेंज सैक आएगा. रुक इनटू, फर्स्ट एक्सचेंज सैक मारा. So what has happened? He has got a center pawn and also minor piece. So उसने रिटर्न किया. वैसे दूसरा पॉन अगर तुमने हटेगा तो नाइट इंटू बिशप के बाद दो पॉन डाउन, और बैड. दिस इज जस्ट बैड, जस्ट लूजिंग. बिकॉज बिशप पैर का स्ट्राइट देखो, और एक्टिव रूक एंड सेंटर पॉन्स. ये रोलर है, ये रोलर है, जाएगा. So this you cannot. So he decided to return the exchange. तो मारा. Now offering this exchange second time. वो क्या सोचा? अभी if you take this, यहाँ भी जा रहा है. He is winning. So he said move, go away. What do you mean go away? Exchange दे दिया हरि कृष्ण, मारा. अभी now further the course of the game is so instructive. No problem. I defended. Idea now making it backward. Idea, and the idea is rook coming for the weakness into. एक बार रूक एक्टिव हो जाएगा तो व्हाइट जीत जाएगा. ये पॉन के बाद तो ये पॉन विल टू मच. इफ यू लूज, ये पास पॉन है, देन रूक 7th रैंक. तो क्विकली नाउ इफ यू कम हियर, इफ यू कम, आई एम जस्ट इन टाइम. आई एम इन टाइम. आई एम इन टाइम टू डिफेंड. सो ही प्लेड किंग, रूक, टेम्पो, रूक. Now the point is he took it, and after pawn into pawn, he played so beautifully this game. Now the rook wants to take the pawn. The point is rook must not be allowed to activate. दो पीस के लिए रूक है, लेकिन ये मिल गया ना, ये पास पान निकल जाएगा. So हम take the pawn. Now there is no activity. You have to go back. The king is controlling this. Go back. Winning. Once again he runs, but this time I will not allow. I will go more active. Another check, I will come with a tempo. Now knight check is threatened. Suppose you go here, check और ये मार देगा. Check. Yeah. अभी this देखो ये unimportant pawn है. Tartakower said don't go for less important pawn. ये मार के पास पान निकलता है. Then why waste two moves in end game? End game में element of time is the most important thing. Element of time. यहाँ आके वक्त जाया ना करो. वक्त ये दो मूव जाया ना करो. Check. Now that actually Pental Harikrishna was trained by Varghese, I am Varghese Kosi first in his initial years, and then GM Vladimiro took. Vladimiro is a great endgame coach, great coach. So he trained his endgame from Pelican, endgame from all these things. I saw Harikrishna was playing very beautiful Pelican endings. He was playing a lot of good endgames under the training of Vladimiro. ये क्या मेट किया उसने? Check. Now pass pawn is rolling. This pawn is rolling. So rook anyway. Notice he is not pushing the pawn right away. So you will see the point. Idea, idea. बिशप को डाल देगा बीच में. जल्दी से कुछ करो. आया एंड रुक इंटू मारेंगे. रुक इंटू मारेंगे तो चेकमेट. So this is a beautiful end game. नहीं मारोगे जरूरी जाओ. ये चेक दोगे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ये चेक किंग इधर आएगा तो गणपत हो गया. गणपति बप्पा. अभी किंग आओ इधर मिट बसने के लिए. अभी बिशप आ गया. फिनिश. So you see end game and what variation? The same. He came and BD7 and sack. So ये लाइन बुरा नहीं है. इतना बुरा नहीं है. ये जो है opening to end game. I think I have showed you already. ये कोई है. तो ये लाइन अब fully playable है. This is fully playable line and knight into queen f5 and hit. This is plus. Okay, I leave this. Okay. Or now this is a standard one of the main line of fight. Queen into pawn. Adalja and Adalja brothers. Samdani and Samdani, brother and sister, welcome. Suresh Bhai Chavda, welcome. Now the point is, the position is equal. Now he played queen takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn, no problem. It's one of the line that you don't have to worry about this. Okay. Now queen takes pawn. The correct move for black is b6. This is the correct move, which was recommended by the great Gligoric. This ending is not no problem. Now after queen into pawn into the b file is there and activity. I don't see any much problem. Pawn board पे है, pawn गया नहीं है. So b file है, activity है. But now suppose you play instead of playing pawn b6 आप ये मारोगे तो ये ending बहुत खराब है. This ending is bad. ये कौन? Paul Keres, he wrote an article. Name of the article in the laboratory of a grandmaster. आर्टिकल का नाम था, बुक नहीं है, आर्टिकल इन द लेबोरेटरी ऑफ ए ग्रैंड मास्टर. तो ग्रैंड मास्टर ने लेबोरेटरी में निकाला बिशप इंटू बिशप, नाइट इंटू. नाउ द एंडिंग इज वेरी बैड. दिस इज जस्ट हॉरिबल एंड गेम. क्यों? क्योंकि एक तो बैड बिशप है, ये रूक यहाँ देख रहा है, यू बिशप कैनॉट कम आउट। अभी ये पॉन क्रैम्पर है, बट ही इज गोइंग टू कम क्विकली, दैट मीन्स योर रूक शुड बी रेडी टू कम हियर, अदरवाइज यू आर इन ट्रबल। सो बिशप को डेवलप करे तो कहाँ करे? क्या करते थे पुराना जमाना में, ये खेलते थे नेचुरल, दिस इज ए मैकेनिकल मूव, ये खेलते थे, एंड ब्लैक वाज वंडरफुल। आफ्टर द मूव ब्लैक विल प्ले, क्या है, ब्लैक विल प्ले नाइट हियर एंड द रूक विल कम, then he will develop the pieces, maybe rook exchange, maybe pawn push and bb7. So instead of playing bishop d3 bb5, Keres, Paul Keres played this. One grandmaster was playing this as comfortable, but when Keres played in US Russian championship, I don't know, somewhere Keres found this move first. He was the one who started. Suddenly there is a lot of problem. अभी आप अगर ये B6 करोगे तो प्रॉब्लम है, अभी A6 करोगे तो इफ यू प्ले हियर, ये स्क्वायर वीक हो गया, तो मैं तो बिशप हट जाऊंगा, लेकिन आगे एंट्री मार रहा हूं, एंट्री मार रहा हूं, तकलीफ है। सो BB5 को हटाना मुश्किल है, तो he came A6 which is bad. अभी सपोज यू प्ले हियर, आई विल प्ले रूक, एंड नाउ हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू डेवलप दिस? और मैं ये खेल देगा तो उसके बाद तो ये नाइट टोटली पासिव, मैं एक बार बीच G3 आ जाएगा, नाइट का कोई मोबिलिटी नहीं है। आई हैव सुपीरियर बिशप स्पेस सेंटर, नेक्स्ट किंग विल कम टू सेंटर, के D2, के किंग किंग आ जाएगा सेंटर में, ये आया। सो हियर ही प्लेड A6, नेचुरल मूव, एंड दिस इज जस्ट बैड, ये खत्म हो जाएगा। देखो कैसा तक खत्म किया रूक, आइडिया। अब ये पॉन को हाथ में लगा सकता है, नाउ आई वांट टू एंटर, आई वांट टू एंटर नाउ, सो दिस इज नॉट, दिस विल फेल। अगर ये आओगे तो रूक सत्ता पट्टी में आएगा, मैं नाइट विल एंटर, नाइट विल एंटर, सपोज यू ब्रिंग, रूक विल एंटर, चलो अब ये बचाओ इसको पॉन, ये मारेंगे राहत नहीं है, अभी चलो इसको बचाओ, ये पोजीशन ये दब जाएगा, ये पोजीशन दब जाएगा। तो गुड मूव, so he comes here knight attacking. Now the thematic, good knight, bad bishop, बिठा देगा, नाइट C5 पे बिठा देगा एंड B4 आ जाएगा, मारो, यू आर वेलकम टू टेक, एक्सचेंज थ्रेट जा रहा है, एक्सचेंज जा रहा है, तो बिशप खेलो, तो अभी ये खेलेगा, तो आई विल प्ले मे बी हियर B3 B4, अब ये पॉन बचाएगा तो ये आ गया, तो ये तो गया, अभी ये रुक आएगा, अभी ये जो रुक आएगा, मेरा किंग आएगा, किंग आएगा, अब इसे पास पान क्रिएट करेगा, मैं आई विल स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग पास पान, रुक, रुक एंटर डबल एंड फिनिश, टोटली डोमिनेशन। तो हियर ही प्लेड 12, ओके, एक्सचेंज के लिए जी जाएगा, अभी क्या एक्सचेंज खाएगा और जी जाएगा, exchange of placement. So you can see opening to end game straight, the BB5 move, not to be forgotten by Paul Keres. This is the lovely move, BB5. I should give this move an exclamation mark. A contribution by Paul Keres from the laboratory of a grandmaster. Catalan, Ramakrishna, I will take up Catalan. मैं अभी Catalan करूंगा, अभी I will start how to play against Queen's Gambit. Catalan is a weapon. So you please be patient. I am now afternoon session only end game skill, improving your end game planning and execution. Opening to end game, middle game to end game. Then morning session I will discuss opening and opening to middle game. So I will discuss Catalan. That means ये BB5 move अच्छा move है. If you want some good books on Catalan, I will tell you. You would say Nisdat has written a good book on Catalan. Nisdat. Then, then there is some so many author. Basically, reading opening book is a bad idea. Unless the author is very good, they are not so good. You have to only read the games played by great players in Catalan. Wojkovic, great Catalan player. Kasparov, Anderson, they are great Catalan players. Korchnoi. So, reading from the great players is a better idea. I will discuss Catalan. Please be patient. I will discuss after maybe some time because I need to create the data. In order to show you, I go to the top players games and see, select. It takes me some time. I select the data and show you. So this is a good move. Very nicely played by Paul Keres. Okay. And don't forget, ये जो यहाँ पर, this is a mistake here. He need not enter this. ये करो ना, क्या बुरा है? एंड गेम ये चलेगा. This is okay. Now Bishop is ready. By playing B6, Bishop ready हो गया मेरा. कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. A very instructive game by Vijay Anand. You know, Anand lost in quarterfinal for the world title. कैंडिडेट मैच में हार गया कार्पो से. आइवांशु हार गया यूसुफ से. दोनों they were thinking दोनों वर्ल्ड चैंपियन होगा. So when both of them lost, then they found out who is a better player. The match was arranged 8-game match at Spain where Anand won 5-3. So Anand prepared for the match this particular variation. Supposed to be the one of the main line. All this is theory, every time theory at that time. So rook. With the idea, I want to advance. So black, white timely exchanges. This now want to exchange that. This end game, black is good. It appears like white is good. बाहर से ऐसा दिख रहा है outwardly. If superficially, if you look in a glance, it looks white better because black has double pawns. Double pawns. But if you look deeply, it is black who is better. How? Because it is all in preparation. आनंद रिवील्स इज प्रिपरेशन. फिर भी मैं आपको थोड़ा टाइम देता हूं. जरा सोचो, सोचो. हाउ टू प्ले दिस. Why black is better? Why? Yes, yes. Bologan. Yeah, he has written. So here, Anand played brilliantly, creating a tactical target. Now, everything defended. Now, what he wants, the king should reach here. You get rid of the bishop, making targets. You get rid of these bishops and making lot of target in the white squares. These squares will be target. So, exchange the bishop. This is the one I need to exchange. Fantastic move. If you play, you will open the b5. Rook will activate it. This is bad, and now always there is a this will looming. ये threat आ रहा है, so you cannot exchange. And now he plays this bishop into bishop, rook s3 minus plus. Now the king is activated. The king will come here, and now he will get the break, creating two pass pawns. Outwardly it was looking bad, but indirectly, you know who is that player? I will tell you. In the tournament hall, this was played in Spain. Lubovic was there. Anand's second was Patrick Wolf. Some variation. Then Patrick Wolf said, "I challenge you. I challenge you. Show me that white is better." Lubovic said, "This is white better," after some moves. But now Patrick Wolf said, "I challenge you. There is you cannot sit down. King is coming, and the break is unstoppable. Minus plus. दो पास पान निकल जाएगा सेंटर में. दो पास पान निकल जाएगा. Now, natural, many players will go here. Many players will go mechanically. Bad move. Bishop into pawn will win the game. Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook check, and bishop gone. So, मैकेनिकल नहीं खेलना है. अभी तो गया है. पास पान निकल गया. अभी कुछ नहीं होगा. Return, he wants to return. No way. खत्म. Now next king will come, and now consolidation part. So at this point, you know, Lubojevic came and showed that this position is better for white. But this was all well prepared. Patrick Wolf challenged him, show me why how it is better. But after the move, I think Lubojevic must have been convinced about the position. This is bad. Already black is better now. So these are the things. Black is the only one with breaks and more open lines. Mainly the activate why black is winning is that he is playing with four pieces. Black is playing with four pieces. One, two, three, four. And white is playing with three pieces. This is not in the game. Number one. Number two, he creates pass pawn in the center. So rook is ideally placed. So rook pieces are active and center is better. That is one of the main reasons. Yes, bishop pair also was there. Okay, let's go to the next. Maybe I'll show one more game. Maybe I'll show one game like this. Sicilian Dragon में एक gambit है, which is interesting gambit. Now, knight into and e5. This position, it looks solid, but actually white is better. The idea, straightforward, you want to castle and put pressure here, or just bring the rook. Just bring the rook. Just pressure. Now bishop takes pawn, rook check is better. Now it is a bad position already. Already white is giving lot of threats. Because once bishop exchange, the king will be very active in the center. Okay, you cannot decline that. You may come here, it hardly matters. Hardly it makes any difference. The position is plus minus. I don't think you can defend because king e4 is coming. The pawn is gone. It should win because the pawns are paralyzed. There is 3-1. एक तो 3-1 majority है. 3-1 majority. And the pawns are paralyzed. Pass pawn. This is gone. So these are interesting lines. But I'm telling you, it is not all over. I have to show you lot of game, but these are possibilities. These are possibilities that you can go to end game. A very good dragon player. Once his only reporter was dragon, and another player from my state, Orissa, he beat him, beat a great dragon player. So ये ending इतना बुरा नहीं है, not so bad, because after taking say the space and F line, okay, I think one lightning game Biravathar played this with me somewhere. Okay, so I leave this. Then one more end game I will show you. We'll discuss other lines tomorrow. So the whole point is you cannot take this. Check is there. So white takes advantage. Now knight. Now he is threatening to take, but white is now having space. Center. White is superior. Queen into exchange. Now white is superior. This position he should play here. Okay, this is also not bad. Nothing wrong in that. And now the position he should play knight e7 and knight d5. That gives equality. Knight d7, maybe he will play here king, and after knight here, bishop here, next king, and rook will come. White may be little better because active king and good center. This may be, but black is not bad. Now, for example, rook will come. Rook will come now. Now rook will come, and next he will double the rooks. It's not that bad. Playable, fully playable game. But instead of playing any seven, here he made a mistake. He played this move, and now white got terrific position. You will never give him chance again. This is better. Center. White has center and activity. Because only white will give. Black has no break. These pawns are just not doing anything here now. So only white action going on. White action going on here. It should win. Now why operation? There are two files. There are two files for operation. Very well handled. Now defend. Now the rooks have become passive. Now the point is bishop is dominating the knight. The rooks have become passive. The king, it will come here. It come here. The knight is now passive. Now the king will enter the areas all this. So king, rook first comes. King, king, entry, entry मार रहा है इसके ऊपर. तो रोको, हो गया काम हो गया. Now that is why I precisely wanted a weakness. Now mission is over. Return to the base. हो गया काम. अभी फाइल कंट्रोल ले लो. After that he will enter. Finish. Now if you take it, then do pass pawn. This is a technical finishing that game. This is all over. Now check will come do pass pawn. So he decided to return the exchange, and nothing is working. Lost. A beautiful game playing the end game. Yeah, this is lost. And two pass pawns. Okay. So thank you very much, friends, being with me. So I will be back tomorrow morning at 9:30. and I will see what topic I will do. But afternoon sessions will be that middle game to end game and end game positions how to convert. The planning and execution. Please do not think that I will show only technical positions because you can read yourself from end game books. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:30. तब तक सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Take care. Bye. Rook are off the board. Black is better. Yes, yes. Rooks off the board. Black is better. I do agree at that point.